Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Dear students, in the last class, we are discussing about the 10th standard poem named The Song of India, written by V.K. Gopal. So, in the last class, we are discussing that. So, this is the poem about dialogue between Mother India and the poet. And the poet wants to sing about the positive points of India. But the Mother India asked the poet to sing about the negative points of this country. So the poet asked Mother India whether he may sing about the snow-covered Himalayas or the two seas which were surrounded India, the Mother India, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal, which were washing the palm of Mother India. Or whether he sing about the golden rays of rising sun. And also he asked about, but Mother India told him to sing about the beggar and the leper who were crowded in the streets, in the every streets of this India. It means to say that Mother India asked a poet to stress about the problems of India, the problems which were facing by the Indians. Even though we have passed 70 years after independence, but even though we are in the group of developing country, not as a developed country, we will become developed country when we solve all these problems. So that's why the Mother India told the poet to sing about the leper, to sing about the beggar, to sing about the dirt which were filled in the salons. So these type of conversation is going on in this poem. So ಕಳೆದ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ ನಾವು ಈ ಸಾಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯವನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಪದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆಯ ನಡುವೆ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆಯ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕವಿ ಭಾರತದ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಭಾರತದ ಈ ಒಂದು ನೈಸರ್ಗಿಕ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಅಂಶಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಹಾಡನ್ನ ಹಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ಈ ದೇಶದ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಿಕ್ಷುಕರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಕುಷ್ಠ ರೋಗಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೊಳಕಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀನು ಹಾಡನ್ನು ಹೇಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕವಿ ಸಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಅಂಶಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಭಾರತ ಮಾತೆ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಂಜವನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 81. First I will read the poem and then we will follow it. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of your rock-cut temples, epics in stone, of your children that died to call you their own, their very own? Of the seas and prophets that heaved the straight path for the man that pilgrims alone, said the Mother India in indignant words that beat into my ears like gong, that flew about me, a beautiful thing, like great white birds. Sing of the millions that toil, sing of the wrinkled face, indexing ignorance, sing of the helpless child born in a bleak dark home. Nervous, I would ask, deeming it my task, what song shall I sing of you, my mother? What song? Shall I sing of the dam and the lake, of steel mills, the shipbuilding yard, of the men that work hard to technologize, to put you on the page of the atomic age? Said the mother, of these you may sing, but sing also of the strikes, early and late, of iron men that come in their wake, of class war and its correlate. Chorus, I said, is there no song that I can sing of you, all unalloyed? A song bathed in the stainless blue, unvaporing in the wall. At that the mother rose, draped in blue sky, milk white oceans heaved round her. Their waves were the entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat and wrote the book of the morrow. Her forehead opened like earth's destiny, hailing the sun god, cancelling all sorrows. It was clear dawn, like a nightmare fled the night, and the sunbeam has the hand that saves. So, again the poet Vicky Gokok is asking Mother India that what song shall he sing? He is asking in the second stanza, what song shall I sing of you, my mother? I ask. Here I refer to poet. I already told you in the first verse. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? My mother refers to S, Mother India. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I ask. So again, once again, when he asked that whether he sing about Himalayas, oceans and the sunrise, the Mother India told him to sing about the beggar, leper and the dirt. But now again the poet is asking. The poet is not ready to sing about the negative aspects or the problems of this country or the situation. Problems means that is maybe poverty, illiteracy, that so many problems are there. Unemployment. So he is not ready to focus. He is not ready to stress the problems of this country or the negative points of this country. He wanted to sing about the positive points. That's what he is telling in the second stanza also. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Again he asking, oh, Mother India, what song shall I sing of you? What type of song shall I sing to praise you? Oh, Bharata Mate, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನ ಹೊಗಳತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಹಾಡನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Of your rock cut temples, epics in stone. So, rock cut temples. You have all seen the temples which were made by the rock, cutting the rock. If you go to Ajanta, Ellora and Beluru, Halebeedu, Hampe and Haibale, Badami, you can see lot of rock cut temples. So it is not easy to build those temples by cutting the rock. So in the ancient, our ancestors, when the rule of kings was there, they have built so many beautiful temples. Now also they are there and they are becoming the tourist places. So the poet asking Mother India whether I sing of the rock cut temples which were made by our ancestors. We should be proud about those works. If you see those temples, we will be surprised because it is not easy to build. So here the poet is wanted to praise, focus of the beautiful art and architecture of this country. Not only Karnataka, all over India, there are so many temples, epics are there. So he wanted to focus on that. Oh, Mother India, of your rock cut temples, there are so many temples have been made by cutting the rock by our ancestors. And it was that contribution to this culture by our ancestors. Epics in stone. Epics in stone. These are these rock cut temples are the epics in stone. These were the poet is calling these rock cut temples as the epics in stone. Yes, there were so many. If you see towards a history of India, we have a glorious history. In those temples, we can see the long stories narrating our ancestors' deeds and achievements. So our ancestors' deeds and their achievements were narrated. These were narrating. These rock cut temples are narrating the deeds and achievements of our ancestors. They have written on the rocks. So many are there. So I wanted to sing about those rock cut temples or the epics in stone. That poet is asking Mother India. Of your children that died to call you their own, their very own. Again he is asking, can I sing? May I sing about the sons, those who died for you, and they were believed that you were the mother of those people. So that's what the poet is asking. So we all know that our country, India, has been ruled by the British nearly 200 years. So to get that freedom, to get that independence, so many leaders, great personalities have lost their lives. So many went to the jail. So many has been hanged. They have submitted himself for this country. They were devoted all his life to this country. Maybe Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. There are so many personalities are there. And even though today also the soldiers who are protecting us from our enemies, they also there is no guarantee for their life. There may be anytime there may be attack on them. In that moment they may die. they will lose their life. So many that incidents are happening. Now we are seeing in the border of Jammu and Kashmir, so many soldiers who are they have lost their life. So the author is asking Mother India, shall I sing about those personalities who are lost their life for you, who are called you as your mother? ನಾವು ನಿನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ತೆತ್ತಂತಹ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಭಾವಿಸಿ ನಿನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಆ ಯೋಧರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹಾಡನ್ನ ಹಾಡ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Of the saints and prophets that hewed the straight path for the man, that pilgrims alone. Again he is asking that, oh Mother India, shall I sing about those saints and prophets? So India is the place of birthplace of so many religions, that Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Parsism, Sikhism, so many religions, the birthplace of India. So those saints and prophets, saints means maybe Acharyas are the Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Basavanya, and the prophets means that Muhammad Paigambar, Yesu Christa. So they have enriched our knowledge. They have shown the path, so that how we have to live on this earth, how our life should be. That you know that all Buddha, how he has become Buddha, and how he has become the founder of the Buddhism and Jainism, Mahavira. So these are the great personalities, and for the man and pilgrims alone, they shows us the path how we have to live on this earth. And so wonders and the pilgrims alone means that if we live the path they have shown, we will be happy. And those saints were the guiders of our life. So the poet want to sing about those saints, those prophets which were show the real way, real truth to us. So he wanted to sing about those personalities. So hearing this, said the mother in indignant words. Observe the word indignant means that words are filled with anger. Indignant. Indignant means words filled with anger. Words filled with anger. Words filled with anger. Right? Hearing the words of poet, the Mother India, she got angry. It is there in her voice. That's why the poet used the word indignant. Indignant means words filled with anger. That what we have to see, that the Mother India wants to wants to stress the problems of this country. So what she is now telling that beat into my ears like gong. So she is telling the words of the poet, that what he wants to sing, that he wants to think about the rock temples, about epic stones, about the soldiers, about the freedom fighters, and about the seas. Those words of poet were beating her ears like a gong. Gong. That it is a metal disc with a turned rim. It is a metal disc that turned a rim. Gong means that Mother India is telling us about the negative aspects of this country. The words which were spoken by poet, that what the poet wants to sing, Mother India didn't agree for that. Mother India didn't agree for that, and she is telling to that those words were beat her ears like a gong. Gong means G-O-N-G. Gong means a metal disc with a turned rim. With a turned rim. That we can say in Kannada, Ganti. Devasthanada Ganti. Like a gong that flew about me. The Mother India is telling to poet that those things you want to sing, no, that let it be flew away. A pitiful thing. Here, pitiful thing is refers to the poet. The Mother India called the poet as pitiful thing. A pitiful thing. Let those things fly away like a great white birds. ನೀನೇನು ಹಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಆ ಹಕ್ಕಿ, ಬಿಳಿಯ ಹಕ್ಕಿಯ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ, ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡು ಅವನ್ನ. You try to sing about the problems. You focus about the problems and the challenges of this country. So many problems are there. So many challenges are there. You focus on that. You stress those problems. That the opinion of Mother India. Sing of the millions the toil, sing of the wrinkled face, indexing ignorance, sing of the helpless child born in a bleak dark home. So now the poet, the Mother India, is telling to the poet, so what you have to sing means, sing of the millions the toil. So millions of people are there who are working hard for this country. Millions of people are there who are, millions laborers are there, farmers are there, and they were struggling. They were working hard, but they are not happy. They are facing so many problems. So you have to sing about those people. Maybe poverty. So many were struggling for eating because of poverty. Sing of the wrinkled faces. Wrinkled faces. The body of the farmers. They are who are giving us the food. They were facing so many problems. So you have to sing about those problems, and so many Those farmers, so many farmers were living in poor, and they were illiterate, and they were uneducated, unemployment are there. So these problems, you focus with those problems. And indexing ignorance, sing of the helpless child born in a bleak dark home. So there are so many pupils, children are there. Those who have no parents. Those were no parents. Orphans. And they didn't have didn't get any education, and didn't have any food, any facilities are there. And some small children were becoming the beggars, and they were becoming the child laborers. And some girls, small girls they were doing marriages, child marriages. So these are the problems are there. So you better to sing about those problems, about the laborers, about the hard-working peoples, about the farmers, about the children who have no parents, who are spending their time in the orphans. So these are the things that the Mother India is telling to the poet, that the poet wants to sing. The poet wants to sing about, overall we can say that, the poets want to sing about beauty of and the glorious history about this country. He wants to sing about beauty, the beauty of India and the glorious history of this country, and about the great personalities he wants to sing. But Mother India, she stress about the problems that poverty, illiteracy, unemployment, those problems she stressed to sing. Let's continue the poem in the next class. That today I am going to giving you one homework. Questions I will give you. You have to write the answers. Right, take up. What are the ethics? What are the ethics? What are the ethics? Why does the poet call the temples as epics in stone? As epics in stone. Okay? Yes, children. Read the poem well and understand it well. It's a very beautiful poem about our country, and try to write the answer for this country. Okay? Let's meet you in the next class. Okay? Thank you.